Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar. And I have to do a quick public service announcement because I already know somebody gonna try to come for me. Um, just wanted to let you know that I don't have time for the negativity. I already know that most of y'all hate fat folks. I am fat. And I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. I'm gonna put on what I want to put on. This is a bikini or whatnot, and I am losing weight. It is still a work in progress, and I'm gonna put on what I want to put on. Feel free to hit the X and leave. Do not come over here with the negativity and thumbs and down my video, all because I'm fat. Because people really do stuff like that. Like they really be like, "Ooh, she fat. I don't like that," and they'll come over here and do that. And it's like you could have just went somewhere else and found something that you were actually into. I'm not on here for y'all to judge my body type anyway. I'm not on here looking for a man anyway. So I don't understand why that seems to be the issue that so many people are having a problem with facing and understanding that I don't care nothing about that. I need for y'all to understand I'm here to do recap reviews, tell certain people that actually like to hear what I'm talking about, what's going on with me, and other little stuff in between. That's all I'm on here doing. You know what I'm saying? This is entertainment for me. That's all it is. It ain't that deep. I don't get paid to do this at the moment because I do believe that some sponsorships are going to be coming in the near future. Even though I'm not seeking them out, it is what it is. But anyway, now that I've gotten that out of the way, blessings to whoever was going to try to come over here and block what I have going on and try to be negative. Ashe, all that good stuff. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the recap review for Ready to Love. So, this is the third week that the show has been on. This is going to be my first time doing the recap review for this particular season because of the foolishness that is always going on above me. Okay, so I did notes, and the first episode is gonna be pretty quick, so y'all not gonna have to sit through a lot. So be happy about that, so to speak, y'all. But anyway, so pretty much we're being introduced to who all the people were this year who are going to be the Miami singles. Um, so first of all, the scenery. Come through scenery. I was here for that. I was definitely here for the vibe. I am just not here for Florida as a whole. It's a cesspool of sorts in certain locations. And I cannot with the wildlife that just randomly just roll up. Now, I'm from Alabama. I understand wildlife, but they be doing the most when it comes to the alligators and things. I mean, they can't help it, but it's just the Everglades and all that stuff. It's just too much going on. That's why I will never like go to certain parts of Louisiana, although I've been to Louisiana twice in my life, but I've never been to parts that were so close to the swamps and all that to where I would have to deal with certain wildlife. I can't, like, I'm a country girl. It's just the wildlife be doing too much for me. But anyway, the scenery was very beautiful. It's just not a place that I really would care to visit like that. Now, if I was dealing with somebody or my friends wanted to go, I might do a girls trip and go there, but not in this day and age, not right now. Like, ain't nothing, I don't know. Everybody and mama go to Florida. It ain't even that deep for me. But anyway, the scenery was beautiful. Now that I got that out of the way. So, Samson is a 48-year-old life coach. He seems decent. I'm hoping that I am not so blinded by who he is right now versus who he might turn out to be, because we've been blinded in the past by certain guests who have been on these shows and they were a complete and utter mess. April is a 46-year-old professional singer. She is very beautiful to me. I wouldn't have guessed she was 46 years old. Like at the absolute most, maybe 40. Like, I'm thinking she might be around my age. I'm 38. So, I definitely did not see 46 for her. Gorgeous, dark-skinned woman. Trinika is a 36-year-old growth and innovation director. To me, she was beautiful as well. Charisse is a 43-year-old esthetician. Now, when it comes to Charisse, bear in mind that what I'm about to say It has no reflection on what anybody else might have already said, because I have made a point not to watch anybody's recap reviews of this show and a couple of other shows, because I have been behind because of the foolishness that I have been experiencing over the last couple of weeks. So I kept looking at her trying to figure out what was going on, because I'm like, she looks like, I don't know, like I couldn't put my finger on it. So there's this one particular place that I love to go and see the real raw comments. The main comment everybody was saying was, y'all need to just stop the foolishness. Y'all know this woman is a trans woman. And I was like, wait a minute. Y'all done went off. I ain't say that. I wasn't really thinking that. I was just like, okay. I mean, I knew her features were like not necessarily strong, but they were like different to me. But I couldn't put my finger on it. But everybody else was like, y'all need to just stop with the lies. Y'all know this woman is a trans woman. I just have been like, this entire time, I don't know what's going on, but we gonna get into that later on. But so far, I ain't here for her. I mean, I ain't got to be here for her because I'm not trying to date her. But I'm just saying, like, as far as her presence on this show, she could have went day one, in my opinion. I don't understand what is going on here. So anyway, moving right along, Calvin is a 45-year-old contract manager. Mm-hmm. He had a family emergency and won't continue, because I saw him and I was like, oh, okay. And then, like, not long after that, something popped off and he had to leave. So, you know, sorry about whatever you have going on, sir. Hopefully it's not going to be a situation that we've seen in the past on other shows where they ended up bowing out because somebody was about to put them on blast and all this other stuff. Like, I really hope that it was something that he was able to go and attend to and, you know, do what he needed to do in that situation. Brandy is a 35-year-old flight attendant. She is beautiful to me. Alonzo, they call him Zoe. So if anytime I say Zoe, I'm talking to and or about Alonzo. He is 46 years old. He is a real estate investor. And all I got to say is, come on, skin. The skin was everything. Y'all know my skin is toe all the way down to the ground. So when I saw his skin, I was just like, wait a minute. It was the skin for me. I was like, what is the regimen? What is the skin routine right now? Come up off of it right now. Come up off of it right now, sir. Kadian, that's a woman. She's 35 years old. She is in the beauty industry. She's an entrepreneur. Since I've seen all 3 episodes, the only thing that I can say off rip is that it's like I never really saw her that much. And if she was there, it's like she was there, but she wasn't. So it's like I never was like, ooh, I miss seeing her on the screen. Let me see what she got going on. Like, where is she at? And you know, referring to her and whoever her connection might be. Like, I haven't gotten that from her. Maybe, you know, later episodes will reveal something different, but I don't know if she's gonna last on this show. Randall, some people call him Randy, but I'm gonna call him Randall, I guess. He's 36 years old. He's a personal trainer. To me, he is giving Jason. Jason meaning the guy who ended up with Liz on one of the prior seasons of Ready to Love. He's giving very much Jason for me. Except the personality, of course, is different. So I can kind of see why people have been drawn to him, but he's giving very much Jason for me. And not necessarily like in a bad way or whatever, but if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying he really is giving Jason to me. Mike is a 42-year-old appliance repair company owner. He is the type of dude that most women live for. Tall, dark, got a beard and all this other stuff. They say handsome and all that stuff. Like, he fine to a certain group of women and all that stuff. So, you know, he is definitely the type physically that people are here for. Like, he has this presence because of his size. So he comes off as if he is a protector. So hopefully he really is that. Dominica is a 42-year-old program analyst. I'm sorry. Why I say analysis? Child. Let me start over again. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful for what you do. Dominica is a 42-year-old program analyst. She's single. She's been single for 5 years. Now, when I saw her name and I saw her, I was like, wait a minute, is this woman that I used to be in this organization with at Alabama State University? And I was like, no, I feel like her name was something else. And I'm not going to say what her name is, but their names are similar. And they aren't that far off in age of one another. So, but yeah, and I think she literally does live in Florida now, even though is she from Alabama? She's from Alabama, or she is originally from Florida. Anyway, it's not her, but they look actually kind of similar. Both dark skin, all that stuff or whatever. So I was like, wait a minute, but their names are very similar, but it's not her. Sean is a 38-year-old real estate developer. As of right now, he hasn't been memorable, but for whatever reason, I put that he's a walking red flag. Jamala is a 33-year-old corporate health consultant. She has been making waves in a not so positive way for some people, but we'll get into that as the season progresses. Kayla is a 30-year-old media executive. Swayze is a 33-year-old firefighter / paramedic. He reminds me of that man who used to be in the Tyler Perry plays. His last name is Carter. I don't know why I can't remember his first name. He actually might be related to me on my dad's side of the family because of my grandmama. I always wondered about that. But he could be, he might not be. But he actually really does remind me of him a little bit. They look kind of similar to me. I think that old boy is just darker than Swayze. I'm glad that the other person actually finally came out and said I'm bi, or it came out. I forgot if it came out or if he came out and said it, because women were swooning over this man. And like, cause he can sing down to the ground. He really can sing, but for some reason he was sitting up there and not living in his truth. And I was just like, why? But to me, they look similar. But he is one of the guys who the women live for. I understand why. So it is what it is. And he's young. And like the job he has is very demanding. So that's a man in uniform type of situation. And he gives off those vibes. And he seems to be kind of fun despite the serious job that he has. So, it's going to be a wild card. I feel like it could be a wild card because he's on the younger side, considering everything. So we got to see how that's going to play out. LJ is a government risk specialist. You can tell that he is from somewhere else. I forgot where he said, y'all. Y'all put it down in the comment section. I completely forgot, and I don't want to say the wrong place. But he seems nice. I don't know if it's a situation where he's like straddling the fence or whatever, but he seems really nice and all of that. And he's kind of low key. So I don't know if he's kind of like waiting in the wings and all of that, but we'll see. Looney is a 36-year-old realtor, and she had braids like me in. The braids that I've been having in whenever I do have braids in, the braids that I do to my hair. Shakira. Is her name Shakira or is it Shakira? Because it's like 1 minute it sounds like somebody saying Shakira, and I'm looking at the screen and her name is not spelled like it's no Shakira. I'm thinking it's Shakira. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name, but I'm trying to pronounce it the way that it's spelled. To me, it seems like her name is Shakira. So Shakira is a 37-year-old media host / model. She's another one of the ladies that is like kind of popular. The men kind of like her. There are some moments that we will talk about at a later date and time. Justice is a 42-year-old event planner. I ain't gonna lie. You cannot judge a book by its cover, because I definitely was not expecting him to say that he was nobody's event planner. To me, he is another walking red flag, or somebody who just in general, I don't feel like he is really there to love. And I mean, I got that from just the first episode. And as the season has progressed already, just 3 episodes in, I still feel like he's not ready to love. Um, I feel like he's there to screw, probably get some exposure. I could be all the way wrong, but that's just what is given to me. Devin is the last person who we've seen on this first episode. He is a 32-year-old director of sales. This was like the most talked about, I guess you could say, or it seems like it would be the most talked about part of that particular episode 1. He started off wrong. He started off on the wrong foot because there was a situation where he was talking to Sharice and like other people or whatever, and he was lying to my he ain't had no kids, but then all of a sudden he backtracked and said that he has a 10-year-old. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. How you gonna say, nah, I ain't got no children? Like, you really was about to commit to saying I ain't got no kids, and then it was like something dawned on you. Was like, wait a minute, they gonna find out. Let me just go on ahead and fess up. Yeah, I got a 10-year-old. And my thing is, like, at this point now, I don't even know if we can believe you, because it's like you trying to make it seem like the woman that you had the child with has sat up there and has been keeping the child from you, but people are looking at you like you're a red flag, and they feel like you haven't been trying to do what you need to do in order to see your child. Like, he doesn't seem like he's making an effort to see his child. I don't know what's going on with that situation, but it's some foolishness. So one person is leaving today, and I feel like it's because one of the people left, and that was Calvin, the 45-year-old contract manager, since he had a family emergency. So instead of 2 people leaving, only one person had to leave. Devin and Sean were in the bottom 2, and that just ended up being the situation. And so Sean ultimately went home, and I feel like that's the reason why, like, outside of the fact that he's a walking red flag, that's the reason why I don't remember him like that. So yeah, he went home. I don't know how both of them didn't go home, because Devin be doing the least, and I don't know what, like, not to be mean. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not trying to read. I'm not trying to judge, but he gives off a certain vibe. And in that same place that I have seen people, like, they go in on these people on these shows, they said that they think this man is gay. They think this man is looking for a beard. They think this man is bi at the most. Like, they like, ain't no way you looking for a woman. Like, this is a lie. Like, why are you trying to convince people that you are straight when you're not? I don't know what his situation could possibly be. He could really be straight. I already told y'all about a dude that's at my job who, to me, off rip, he seemed like he was gay. I don't know what is going on, but recently, out of his own mouth, he told me that he is straight. He has only loved women and has only been with women and all of this. And I'm like, I don't know if he's trying to convince me of it and get the word going around because everybody else thinks that this man is gay. I don't know what's going on. I don't really care because they ain't got nothing to do with me. But with this dude right here, I don't know how he's still on the show. I guess it's because of his former background. I think he used to play football or something. But anyway, it is what it is. So anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. That is the recap review for that. The other ones will probably be longer, but let's get into it, y'all. I'm excited.